All right, fifth grade, we are going to be doing a review of fractions today. So, with comparing fractions, we are going to draw a picture. So, I know Google Drawings doesn't give you a lot of space to draw pictures. So, I would like you to do this on like a blank piece of paper in order to get it correct. And it should be pretty easy for all of us to do. We've been practicing fractions for a while now. So, um, watch this video if you need help, and hopefully it will go pretty smoothly for you. So the first thing we're going to start with is the first one. It's 4/6 compared to 12/12. So what always helps me is by drawing a picture, and I like to use fraction bars because it's easier to compare fraction bars than it is to compare fraction circles. So try to make my rectangles as even as possible, but it's kind of hard to do that sometimes. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but I try my hardest. It's hard to draw on the computer. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is draw my first fraction, which is 4/6. So 4/6, what that means is that I have 6 equal parts in my whole, and 4 of them are going to be shaded. So I'm going to split my whole into 6 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to shade in 4 of them. And you don't need to shade them in all the way, just enough so that your eye can see which one's a little bigger. The next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to make 12/12. So this is 4/6, and this is 12/12. Well, if you have some fraction sense, you might already know that if the fraction is the same on the top, and the top, and the bottom, a picture anyway. So I'm going to draw some 12s here. So I'm going to split this part into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that was not very equal, fifth graders, but I tried my hardest. Okay. And then this is 12. So let's count and make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have all 12 of them shaded. So I'm going to go ahead and shade all of that. So fifth graders, 12/12 is equal to 1 whole. So obviously that is going to be the bigger fraction. That means that if I'm splitting this candy bar into 12 equal pieces, I get all 12 of those pieces. So obviously that is going to be the candy bar that I want to have instead of 4/6, because you would only get 4 pieces out of 6. So I go back over, and remember on Google Drawings, you have to go to the line tool. You have to go down to scribble. Then alligator eats the bigger piece, so you would make the mouth open up to 12s, and that is how you would compare them. So this one, 6/9 and 6/9, we don't even have to draw a picture there because they're the same exact amount, so I would just put equal, and it's sometimes hard to draw equal. Oh my goodness, fifth graders, it is not liking me right now. Okay, equal sign. Okay, wow. Mrs. Patina's having a hard time. There we go. Okay, now this one, 10/10 and 6/6, those are both equal to 1 whole. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is 1 and this is 1. So that means that they would be equal. Okay, so let's move on to 12/12 and 10/11. Well, if I know 12/12 is equal to 1 whole, then 10/11 is going to obviously be less than that. So I'm going to compare that is greater. 7/7 and 8/8, those both equal 1 whole as well because they're the same on the top and the bottom. So that would mean that they would have to be equal as well. Let's do one where they're not equal. So a lot of these are seeming like they want to be equal. So let's do 7/11 and 9/11 and compare those two. So I'm going to go back over here, going to erase, clear all, and I'm going to compare 7/11 to 9/11. So I'm going to draw my fraction bars as usual, and I'm going to draw some rectangles and compare them. So we have this one and then also this one, and we'll see which one is bigger. Okay, so the first one is 7/11. Oh my goodness, fifth graders, I do not know what just happened. That was not good. Okay, we'll erase that one. And the second one is 9/11. Okay. So these fractions have the same denominator, which means their wholes are going to be split into 11 equal-ish pieces. And that's not very easy to do, to split into 11s, but we're going to try our best. So I'm going to split, half here. I'm going to do 5 pieces here. I'll do 6 here. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll do 5 pieces over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to try and match these lines as much as possible going down on the second one. Okay, whoa. Alrighty, so we've got some comparisons going on. So 7/11, that means I would shade 7 of these pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 9/11 would mean I would shade 9 of those pieces. So I would shade 3 here. That's 4 pieces shaded. Very messy coloring. That's okay. There's 5. There's 6. There's 7. There's 8. And then there's 9. Obviously, 9/11 is going to be bigger because I get 2 more pieces of the candy bar here than I do with 7/11. So that would be my bigger fraction. Go back over to my Google Drawing, my scribble tool, and I would say that, woo, I did not mean to do that, friends. Okay, undo, click on the scribble, and 9/11 would be bigger. So you would just fill out all of these going down and compare them. And if you have any questions, let me know.